security táwọn fẹ́ dálẹ̀ kán gbé fún mi bàbá gbogbo báwọn Fulanis ṣe ń ṣe lọ́wọ́ mi ni mò ń gbọ́ bọ̀ nígbà tí ìjọba lé mi kó nù n bá ti wà ká ní pé mo free tí mi ṣe wanted ẹ ti mọ̀ pé lọ́wọ́ tó lè kojú wọn nugbó mi kìí ṣe gbòòrò ẹ jẹ́ wọn nugbó tí wọn.
Igbó.
bàbá mi tí wọ́n bá gbọ́ kùkù lajà pé ọlọ́wọ́ pé Ìgbòho ó sì ti dé ọwọ́ ọdẹ ti fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wọnú gbó lọ́la bàbá ẹ mọ̀ pàtẹ́wọ́ pé ọ̀kárí ọmọ ládùúgbò inú gbó dà. àwọn mi lè mọ sọ pé mo ń dànù ṣùgbọ́n tó bá yẹ pé mo ń dànù ni ẹ̀yin bàbá mi ẹ gbàṣẹ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba pé ẹ free mi ẹ wá lé mi wọ gbó tí mi bá wá wọ gbó lọ ẹni kan tún mi mú tí mi bá lé wọn kó nugbó ẹni kan parí.
Intercontinental ballistic missile.
Bàbá mi lẹni mi ohun tẹ́yìn bàbá mi fún mi mo mọ̀ láti bá ṣé bíbọn làwọn fẹ́ yìn àwa máa gbà fún lọ́wọ́ wọn àwa dá wọn dọ̀bálẹ̀ àjà wọn lẹ́gbàá pé ẹ mọ̀ wọ̀ lójú wọn làwọn wà lọ. wọ́n bẹ ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni mo láwọn ọmọ tó lè lọ sí wọn wà tá lè jọ wọnú gbó bá wọn wí àti pé ká tó wọ gbó gẹ́gẹ́ táwọn gẹ́gẹ́ bá gbẹ́ oní ṣe ń ṣe fún wọn ní Kwara ilẹ̀ Yorùbá bẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ àwọn ọba aládé wọ́n di ìlú wọ́n lè gbé wọn kó bẹ́ẹ̀ tí ó sẹ́ni kankan bẹ́ẹ̀ ní gómìnà láàyè mẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n lé gbogbo aráàlú yẹn tí ò kẹ́ni kankan ẹ wo bàbá mi ẹ̀yin lẹ́ ní ìlú ẹ̀yin lẹ́ jagun lẹ́ tẹ́ gbogbo ìlú yẹn dúró ọlọ́wọ́ ìsọba kékeré nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ń bì ní Nàìjíríà yìí gan. ẹ̀yin bàbá wa sọ wípé ajá òde tó ń bo ẹkùn kábíyèsí ẹkùn lẹ́yìn ajá làwọn pípù yẹn bàbá ẹ mọ̀jẹ̀ kí wọ́n máa ń fọ ẹkùn ṣeré bàbá mi ẹ dákun bàbá mi ẹ gbà mí wá sábà ẹ gbà mí pèmí fídíò. mo fídíò bàbá mi àwọn bàbá wa ọlọ́wọ́ ni wọ́n ní ṣé mo láwọn bàbá tó báyìí lébi ṣé wọ́n ràn kiri torí pé mo ní kí bàbá mi sọ̀rọ̀ bó ti ta lólúwẹ̀ ọmọ yẹn ra wa la ní agbọ́dọ̀ sọ fún ìjọba kan filẹ̀ ọmọ bọ́nlé ọwọ́ kojú wọn Sunday Igboho ni mò ń sọ bàbá tó ń la ọkọ mi Igboho ni mò ń sọ ní ọ̀dọ̀ bàbá wa ní aládé gbogbo lọ́hùn inú mi dùn ẹ̀mí yóò kùn.
Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Some weeks ago, the federal government of Nigeria made a public announcement that forest guard in Nigeria will be effective to combat insecurity in the forest, that every state should go and implement forest guard. Up till today, no governor in Nigeria has initiated forest guard. I think, except for Enugu, but the entire Southwest governor, no governor has implemented that policy. And now, Sunday IGBOHO is back. If that video you just watch now, Sunday IGBOHO is back. He said he's ready to go to the bush to combat insecurity and to the Fulanis and to wipe them out of that forest. They are causing havoc, buying people, kidnapping people, aliving and aliving human beings. Now, the Fulanis are saying that Sunday IGBOHO should tread with caution. They are saying Sunday IGBOHO should tread with caution and Sunday IGBOHO should not buy their cows. Imagine people who are aliving and disaliving people. Why are they scared? Why is the Fulani scared of Sunday IGBOHO? That video you just watched, he told the king there, he said, give me the power to go after this Fulani. He said that, for those of you that don't understand Yoruba, he said, why declared him wanted for taking a stance against the Fulani. And at this point, my brother, don't be deceived. Now we go defend ourselves. Everybody needs to, it is a wake-up call that everybody needs to be on their toes to defend themselves. The primary function of every government is to protect life and properties, but the primary function of Nigerian government, it is not to protect but the primary function of our leaders in the government in Nigeria is not to protect life and property. It is for them to do the needful. And then what is needful? To loot. Because no responsible government would watch and open his eyes open and see bandits buying people, and you leave the work of security to safeguard people into ordinary Nigerians. So the boss said he could no longer bear it. What he saw in Okeodo, in Ilorin, in Kwara State, that was why he had to return back from Germany to face the Fulanis, because their menace is becoming too much. Their menace is now unbearable, whereby people can no longer sleep with their eyes closed. Enough is enough. And on this part, I am in support of Fulanis. Anything that will bring peace and unity in the south. I don't care about the north. If they like me, they find themselves. But see, I feel pity for those people who are not part of this shenanigans, because I know that 90% of the Fulani emirs and the Fulani leaders are the ones sponsoring these bandits. These bandits, these are wretched people who don't have money, because the kind of sophisticated weapons these guys carry to buy people, to kidnap people, I know that it is being sponsored by some influential and wealthy person in the society. And Sunday IGBOHO is seeking the permission of the Yoruba traditional rulers, saying he should permit him to go after them. And it is only an enemy of the south or of these others who are not ready to bring lasting solution and lasting peace. That is the reason why they would not permit Sunday IGBOHO to go after these people. Just in Kwara State alone, over 70 persons were being fined by this same Fulanis. By this same Fulanis. And we sit and act as if nothing is happening, when these people are committing a whole genocide, killing the wife, killing the husband. For how long? For how long can we continue to live with people, and yet the government has failed to tag them a terrorist or to proscribe them as a terrorist organization? Are they more superior than the law? Are they above the law? Are they above the law that the Fulani would commit a crime and walk free? That is why Sunday IGBOHO said he can no longer bear it anymore. That he is ready and willing to go into the forest to fish out these so-called Fulanis who are buying people, who are kidnapping people. And he promised to bring them to justice. Since the government has neglected their functions, since the government can no longer protect us, then as individuals we have to protect ourselves. And since they cannot divide the country, we call for restructuring. You are not saying anything to it. We call for division. You say division will not work. We call for restructuring. You say restructuring will not work. We are still agitating for state police. The Fulanis are saying no, they are not in support of state police. Is the Fulani more Nigerian than every other tribe? Are they more Nigerian than myself? So now they are scared. They've started to pack out of okay or they saying that Sunday IGBOHO is a threat. Saying that Sunday IGBOHO should not come and buy their cow. Why would they petition Sunday IGBOHO? Why would Fulani have the audacity to petition Sunday IGBOHO? Sunday IGBOHO is not after your cow. Sunday IGBOHO is here to bring sanity in Southwest. To bring sanity. Because the governors and the leaders have failed the people. Every now and then, the attack of the Fulani is becoming too unbearable. Nobody would sit down and then see people roaming around with cows, saying they are doing ranching, and that ranching, you do ranching in the afternoon, and then at night you guys are now kidnapping people, buying people. For this, I am in support of Sunday IGBOHO. I am in support of Sunday IGBOHO. Anything it takes to bring these people down, to bring this Fulani Janjaweed, these Fulani terrorists, to bring them into a standby. I am in support of it. My prayer now is that all the leaders, traditional leaders in Southwest should join force and give Sunday IGBOHO the backing of what he needs to tackle this Fulani menace. If these guys, if the traditional rulers and the Southwest governors are not backing Sunday IGBOHO, that means they themselves are part of the problem. They themselves don't want insecurity to end, or they themselves want the Fulani, they themselves are part of the Fulani conquest. How is it possible that see entire community in or the in Kawra state has been wiped out by Fulani? People has fled the state. People fled the state just because they cannot sleep with their two eyes closed. Enough of it, shenanigan. So I am in support of this move by Sunday IGBOHO to go into the forest to tackle those vagabonds, those shenanigans who call themselves bandits, taking people's life, kidnapping them. Now, everybody go hear am. Now, everybody go sit up. Everybody go sit up. I am in support of this, that Sunday IGBOHO should even drive them back to wherever they come from Israel. Let them go back there and cause menace or cause whatever thing they are causing. Because anything that will bring sanity and peace, and that would eliminate this Fulani's shenanigan and these are nonsense. I am in support of this. So please, that video you just saw now, the others, please accept whatever Sunday IGBOHO wants to say, and let forge ahead and to conquer these people, because these people have an agenda. They have an agenda, and the agenda is that conquest is to take over the entire southern part of the country. That is the agenda they are driving at. And then let's not forget That was how they did to conquer Iloni, and now they are pushing towards some part of Southwest to also conquer some part of Southwest. My brother, my sister, open your eyes. Everybody needs to open their eyes against the Fulani conquest. The Fulani conquest is real. Don't be deceived. The Fulani conquest is real. It is real. The truth is finally out. Now that the Finnish government has declared the CDS of Nigeria, Musa, a terrorist now, what is the next phase of the lie? What lies can the government tell Nigerians? Now that Samonepa is no longer in the picture, because it has always been pictured that Samonepa is the cause of insurgency in Southeast, and now that insurgency has stopped in Southeast, and now that the Finnish government has vindicated Samonepa, that those sponsoring insecurity and terrorists in the country are those some persons in the military. Now, where would CDS Musa bury his shame? Because a group of people are saying we want to exit the country. Because the Igbos are saying they are tired of the contraption called One Nigeria. That this One Nigeria, it will not work, and then it has not been working. It has been a country full of lies, propaganda, and shame. That has always been how it is from. So I am not surprised that the Finnish government has now come out to say CDS Musa is a terrorist for all the atrocities he has been, for all the atrocities he has committed in disguise of pretending to keep One Nigeria, and that One Nigeria has caused a whole lot of catastrophe in the country. Just some days ago, a notorious bandit that was declared wanted was seen in Katsina State with top government officials going for peace talk. Between Mazi Samonepa and that terrorist, who is more deadly? But here we are today. Mazi Kanu is still in detention. Kanu is still in detention because of the Igbophobia, of the hate. If Samonepa happens to be from the Fulani extraction, Samonepa would not be a terrorist. I can beat my chest because we've seen Fulani militias that have been given amnesty. We've seen Fulani militias that have been integrated into the society. Now that Finland are waiting to the ICC, Nigeria should immediately hand over CDS Musa for questioning, because the French government have done their own findings too, and they've seen that something is pushing under the ground, that this man has a connection with these Fulanis, has a connection with these bandits, has a connection with these terrorists. So if they are sincere, they should hand over CDS Musa to ICC for questioning. Because now that the French government have done their own conclusion, I've seen that CDS Musa himself is not innocent in this. Nigeria cannot pretend as if they are not aware that CDS Musa has been declared wanted by ICC and the Finnish government. No matter how they tend to die the matter, it is in the social media space. Everybody has seen it, that CDS Musa has been declared wanted by ICC and the Finnish government. No matter how The Nigerian government want to die this matter. But they were very quick to declare Samonepa and IPOB a terrorist group. Now that the Finnish government and the ICC has declared CDS Musa a terrorist, why is the story not online? Why is the story not flying online? Because they themselves are also part of people championing insecurity and terrorism in the country. And that is why I say that anybody that speaks against the vision of the country, they will do everything possible to take that person off the hook. They will do everything possible for them to take that person off the hook. That is why I see that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention. And the Finnish government, they were so gullible to be used by the Nigerian government. They were just too gullible. Because if they were not gullible, why would a country like Nigeria come to tell you that Samonepa is the one sponsoring insecurity all the way from Finland, and you sit your ass down in Finland and you believe them? But there are some rumors that the envelope also changed hand. You know Nigerian story now. You know Nigerian government, that Nigerian government, anything that Nigerian government cannot do to bribe does not exist. I am very sure that the government have bribed the Finnish courts, and that is why I see that Samonepa was wrongfully accused and sentenced. Now that the appeal court is now coming out to reverse all your stuffs,